Good evening, and thank you for joining us, Jack. It was another great night of fights there in Cold Lake over the weekend. 7 fights on the card, and they all delivered, really.
Yeah, and you can see on the headline there some awesome visuals, and you were there. You covered this story.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it was another great night of fights. I'm really looking forward to even just seeing the piece again now. So just to relive it. Gerard, what are we looking forward to in the weather forecast?
Well, we're looking forward to another 24 of what we've been experiencing in the previous 24, so that's all good. But by midweek, it's a little question mark over that. But let's see what we got today, all right? The wind chill has not been our friend for yet another day, but then we expect that at this time of the year. Certainly, we went from about a -16 to a -6. The winds generally southwest, west-southwest for the better part of the day. The humidity we've witnessed in the last couple hours, a steady increase, but not a precipitous increase by any means. We're sitting at -2. We got to a high of 0 today, just at about 1 o'clock, and we are witnessing a slight buildup of cloud cover across the region as the evening goes along, but there doesn't seem to be anything too ominous in those clouds. But we'll chat all about it a little later on in the newscast.
Upwards of 30 police are still on scene, sifting through trash at the Lloydminster landfill. Officers say the search should be done in the next 2 days, whether or not they're able to locate what they're looking for. A special tactical operations team consisting of police from across Alberta has been at the site since Thursday, but they have not yet revealed what the object of that search is. An Onion Lake drug bust has local Mounties searching for one male suspect. Police have issued a warrant for 41-year-old Floyd Joseph Littlewolf. He's been slapped with multiple drug charges after a bust on the Onion Lake First Nation Friday night. Police seized cocaine, a firearm, and over $4,000 in cash from the residence. 3 males and 2 females were arrested at the scene. All 3 males appeared in Lloydminster Court today, while the females have since been released from custody. Police are urging anyone who knows the whereabouts of Littlewolf to come forward. He's described as an Aboriginal male, standing 5'9", 170 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. Members of the Cold Lake Senior Society are smiling after the city announced funding for a seniors initiative program. As Clayton Brown explains, City Council has allotted $178,000 to the program.
Seniors funding is a hot topic in most communities, and it's no different in Cold Lake. But the city is doing its best to help out, as Council just announced a $178,000 funding boost for seniors.
It's contingency money that we had saved in case like major snow event. And so because of the mild winter so far this year, we've got this surplus money sitting there, unallocated, and so we decided to help the seniors.
Ron Myers is the president of the Cold Lake Senior Society, and he says it's nice to see Council helping out.
We have about 260 members here at Cold Lake at the Senior Center, and this will help a lot in keeping this building up and running.
Of the $178,000, $100,000 will be given to the Senior Society solely to help pay for much-needed upgrades to the building.
The city has already repaired half of the roof a year ago, so now this will repair the other half of the roof. And we need some repairs to the floor in the main hall.
The $100,000 given to the Cold Lake Senior Society to upgrade their building isn't nearly enough to fix all the problems. But Mayor Copeland says he hopes it will help them receive other grants.
This will be a good boost. They're going to try to match that money with grants, say from the province or the federal government. So this gives them $100,000 to go ahead and work on that.
The Senior Society will also receive $48,000 for operational costs. In Cold Lake, Clayton Brown, Newcap News.
Students at Bishop Lloyd Middle School got a life lesson today on the dangers of drinking and driving. As Lauren Pullen reports, though many teens think they're invulnerable, these grade 9s got a good sense of the consequences of impaired driving.
People from Lloydminster died.
It's a message that hits close to home, and these grade 9 students are starting to understand drinking and driving does claim lives.
I used to think that only happens in big cities and stuff. I never put in perspective it's going to happen in small little Lloydminster, but it does. It affects everyone.
At the age where students are just old enough to get their learner's permit, the RCMP want to act now to get their message across, using everything from humor to serious collisions on border city streets.
The students, just the looks on their faces, where they're starting to understand. You know, I tell them where this crash happened. They know where it is because they've all driven past it.
I have reasonable and probable grounds to believe your ability to operate a motor vehicle may be impaired by alcohol.
Constable Kadoon even got a helping hand from a local teacher to prove his point.
Okay, ready and go hard. Go. Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
I've had personal experiences with impaired driving, losing friends, and I'm just hoping that for them to see this type of stuff, that it doesn't affect them in their lives.
Students here seem to understand they aren't untouchable, and if they do choose to drink and drive, they'll have to face the consequences.
I couldn't live with the guilt of killing someone else. That's something you have to live with forever.
It's not worth the risk. It's not worth the guilt of anything. And yeah, just don't do it.
Lauren Pullen, Newcap News.
There promises to be a packed house tonight at the Vic Juba Theatre. 200 local musicians are taking the stage to perform a 2-hour concert. Emmett Murphy has more on the showcase of area talent.
The annual Lloydminster Catholic School Division Elementary Band Concert is on tonight at the Vic Juba Theatre. For the first time this year, all the local elementary school music programs are performing as one group.
And that's what we'd expect of a professional musician as well, to be hired for a performance, have a rehearsal, and then performance.
Sikora is expecting a packed house. There are 2 separate set lists to accommodate the anticipated audience. The grade 5s will perform at 6:30, followed by grade 6 and 7s an hour later. The students are giddy at the chance to perform in front of a full house.
For once, feel like you're the center of attention.
This will be the 3rd year Kody Kreese has been a part of the concert. For him, each year keeps getting better.
I feel now that I can do so much more than before. I was just trying to go, okay, switching notes now. Oh boy, so much stress.
Then teachers may be as excited as the students for the big show. This is finally a chance to see their young protégés shine in the spotlight.
It's a joy. I mean, they come with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of excitement. Maybe a little bit rough in the sound area. There's a lot of fine-tuning to be done, but their passion, their excitement makes up for that.
Emmett Murphy, Newcap News.